Hello, good evening, or good morning for those in Australia. Welcome to this weekly episode of the Entrepreneurship Is A Marathon with yours truly, Vanessa Zammy. Today, we're going to be talking about how to say no and stick to your plan. Now, what I'm going to do is I'll make sure I'm off mute. Yes, I am. Last week, we had a little snafu, but that's okay. I'm off mute now, but essentially, yes. So how to say no and stick to your plan is a topic for this week, right? We're going to be going into tonight an efficient but effective system for you as a solopreneur or small business to stick to your plan, avoid getting sidetracked, right? And really just stick to your plan. But first, I'd like to start out with what is your win for the week? What has been your win for the last 7 days? So from the last time we connected during the last episode last week, right? So what has been your win during the last 7 days, or maybe just in the last 24 hours, right? So for example, give you some examples here, right? And comment below what has been your win. I'm gonna put the banner here to remind you. So comment below what has been your win for the week. My win is that, for example, I have a presentation for a major Fortune 500 company happening this Thursday. So they have thousands of employees and they'll be inviting thousands of employees. And essentially it's for one of their resource groups, employer resource groups. And so I'll be presenting on building wealth for that company. Yes, they are ahead of their time, right? Yes, because I'm a business consultant working with people on how they can grow their business while doing their day job. And this company said, come and talk to our employees about how they can build a business and grow their business while doing their day job, right? So I'll be connected with people who are at the starting phase, people in the middle phase, right, which is my sweet spot. And then with people who are also already experienced and perhaps they're ready to go and leave the nest. With that being said, also today, actually within the past 24 hours, so today I was featured on NPR. So that came out. I had a friend who essentially I'm part of a sorority from, way back when in college. It's a lifetime commitment though. So, but she reached out, she's like, oh my God, I heard you on my morning commute. And I was like, oh, look at that, you guys, look at that. And so, yeah, so that has been a big win for me today, was essentially being featured on NPR. So, speaking side of my business is definitely ramping up along with my client work as well. So that's great. That's my win. So what's your win? What has been your win for the week? Share it in the comments. Now, tonight's episode is about pivoting effectively and sticking to your plan, right? Because here's the thing, pivoting sounds like a sexy, cute little word, right? But it's only great when it's intentional, centered, and aligned with what you want to have happen, right? Pivoting is only great when it's intentional, centered, and aligned with what you want to have happen. So tonight, we're going to talk about how to ensure that it is aligned, right? And welcome to tonight's episode, right? Every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern with yours truly, Vanessa Zammy. So you're just tuning in, I want you to put #replay, right, in the comments. Let us know you're watching a replay as well, just so we can see. And even if you're watching a replay, if you have a question, feel free to put in the comments. Usually people don't have a question. Why? Because I keep things simple and keep it moving, right? I'm all about making sure that you are being able to make this business happen, right? You're not overwhelmed. You're understanding how to be efficient while also being effective, right, in making your business happen. And so, because what's a dagger to my heart is every time I see, a corporate executive, someone is passionate and brave enough, right, to take one step into entrepreneurship only to end up frustrated and discouraged by how unsuccessful their business is, right? Because here's the thing. Yes, it's great that a lot of businesses have started. That's really cute, like really pat on your back that you started. But here's the thing. A legacy and generational wealth happens when the business continues, right? Not when you give up. And the thing is that it can be very easy. Entrepreneurship is not easy. Entrepreneurship is a marathon, hence the title of the show. And so how, for these corporate executives, they're showing up. Perhaps you're showing up. You're showing up. You're doing all the things. You're committed to the mission. You're committed to your movement, whatever that movement may be. But you're not getting the traction that you should. And maybe your spouse is giving you the judgment eye, like, so when's that money coming in, dear? Mm-hmm. Right? And unfortunately, what typically happens at this point is that these passionate solopreneurs, maybe you've even considered it yourself, decide to put their business on pause or focus back on their career, and thus now a legacy deferred. Well, what I do is I help these brave corporate solopreneurs renew their passion for their business, unpack what's been sabotaging their success, really diving deep into their business, into their marketing and their sales, all the things, and then helping them to rebuild and grow their business without the struggle or sacrifice so that they are free to confidently transition into full-time entrepreneurship with both feet planted into entrepreneurship, waking up excited each day, proud of the business that they've grown, right? And so that is why I'm here, why I do what I do. And all month long, this month in June, depending on when you're watching this, but especially this June month series for Entrepreneurship Is a Marathon is on vision, right? I'll be tackling simple, efficient, and effective ways for you to get to know your current business and figure out where you're sabotaging your success. So tonight's topic is on how to say no and how to stick to your plan, right? So that you don't sabotage your success. So let's get into it. Yes. For those just tuning in, remember to put #replay in the comments as well. So here's a scenario, right? So this quarter, you said, okay, you started out the quarter, or you started out the month, you started out the week, you're like, okay, I'm gonna like meet 100 people in the next 3 months, get 10 new clients, grow my community to 200, right? That's what you said to yourself. If you're gonna do that in 90 days, for example. After the first 30 days, you met only like 10 people versus the 100. You got 0 new clients versus the 10. You got 5 new group people versus the 200 that you were aiming for. You're feeling pretty discouraged. An ad comes up, right? It's like, this is what you should be doing, whatever it may be. Maybe it's a course, a podcast, increasing your prices, a high ticket thing, ads, ads on Facebook, ads on LinkedIn, organic outreach on LinkedIn, organic outreach on Facebook, right? It's like, do this. That's what you should be doing. You're like, oh, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I should be doing that, right? So you click on the ad, you go through whatever it is you got to go through, and eventually perhaps you enroll in the course or the program or whatever it may be. And it's likely a group situation, right? If there's any coaching at all, it's probably a group situation that's happening where you're getting left behind. And so you're not really able to get your answers, get your questions answered. And so it ends up being like a bona fide YouTube channel pretty much with a whole bunch of tips and, information, but you're paying for it. So bona fide YouTube channel. Now, with that being said, with this new thing that just popped up on your face, right? You pull away from that original plan that you had where you were going to meet 100 people, get 10 new clients, and grow your community to 200. And so then someone comes to you and they're like, oh, what's happening in your business? Well, I pivoted to now work on courses, or to now work on webinars, or to now work on essentially this whole new business, right? And what unfortunately ends up happening, what does that mean? That really means that you didn't stick to your plan. You veered away from your plan. Shiny object syndrome, right? You didn't stick to your plan. And so here is an effective system for you. I call it the reset system, where you will now be able to, right, really get set, right? Get ready and go with your business and stay in the game, right? Stay in your plan and stick to your plan, and only pivot intentionally, right, and strategically. Not just when some ad pops up or someone in your DM pops up like, oh, guess what? We have this resource. You should check it out, right? No, you are going to be able to see that and say, it's not for me right now. Maybe I'll save it, or say, nope, not on the plan, right? Just nope. Why? Because you have this clear plan that you are sticking to, even if you haven't reached your numbers after 30 days and the 90 days, right? And so to avoid that, here are three questions that you need to ask yourself, right? And the reset system is shaped like a traffic light. So it's green, red, and yellow. And so green, right, when you're seeing yourself, okay, so maybe after the first 30 days, you ended up meeting only 10 people. You had 0 new clients. You have 5 new group people, right? Only 5 people joined your community out of 200, 0 new clients out of the 10 that you wanted, and 10 people, right, out of the 100 people. Now, here's the thing. The solution is not to just stop all of it altogether and just take on something new, which is what you've been doing. And part of that has been essentially sabotaging your success because you're not sticking to your plan. And so what you need to do is you need to use this system to evaluate how to pivot effectively and efficiently. It's a simple system. Sounds so simple, I know, right? I specialize in efficiency and effectiveness. And so green, red, and yellow. Because here's the thing, you're a solopreneur, so you only got the time of a solopreneur. And even if you do get a team, guess what? They're going to be relying on you to be the leader to give them direction, right? They're not going to have the answers for you. They expect you to have the answers for them, okay? So this is how you get the answers for yourself. So green, red, and yellow. So green light. What is working for you? What is working, right? Yes, okay, maybe you got 10 people out of the 100. You got 0 new clients out of the 10 new clients. But do you have more consults on the calendar, right? Right, compared to last month? And so, right, because in order to get clients, you got to get consults. Is it that, okay, maybe you were aiming for like 50 new sales, but you only got one sale? Well, how'd you get that one sale? Well, where did that one sale come from, right? So what is actually working in your business? Because it's not that it's all bad. Chances are it's not that it's all bad. There's something that is working, and you just need to strengthen that, right? So green light. Red light is what's not working. You're like, yes, right? There is probably something that's not working. And so what is that thing that's just absolutely just not working at all? It just needs to go bye, right? So that thing, that's what you remove. But usually it's not the whole plan. It's not that the whole plan is not working. It's only been 30 days. Right? It's not that the whole plan is not working. Right? Did you really give it your best shot? Probably not. Probably not. And so it's not that the whole plan is not working. It's that there's just some part of it that's not working. Perhaps you were trying to get, clients and customers by using Twitter. And Twitter is just not your field, right? Your audience is not on Twitter. You haven't gotten traction. You're not able to stay consistent with Twitter. And so you got to choose something else. Or maybe you tried one Facebook group for your audience, and that Facebook group just isn't working. You gave it a good 4 weeks, and it's just not working. That doesn't mean you scratch all Facebook groups. Maybe you choose another group, right? So what is that's actually not working? Now the yellow light, you can kind of guess what the yellow light is, right? From the green and the red. The yellow light is what needs to be tweaked. And that's where the pivot comes in. What needs to be tweaked? And so what was working is a green light. Red is what's not working and what needs to be adjusted. And then yellow is what needs to be tweaked. What's a tweak that needs to occur, right? What is something that needs to be tweaked and needs to change, right? In order for you to adapt. And so, I thought about a few examples just now, right? Like, it's not that Facebook group, but it's another Facebook group that you need to use, right? Perhaps you've been targeting LinkedIn people with a certain title. You need to choose another title. Perhaps you've been, meeting people through some app, but the app is not giving you enough meetings. Find a new place to meet new people. Maybe you've gone to some event. You need to go to more events, right? But what is it that needs to be tweaked? What is it that you need to harness and focus on to take advantage of the green light, right? Take advantage of what is working. Because business is exponential, right? It's like right now it was zero. It was 0, 0, 0, right? It was 0 new people, 0 new clients, 0 community, right? You did some things for 30 days. You got 10 new people, 0 new clients, 5 new community people. As you pivot strategically and you tweak and you make the right tweaks that you need to make in your business, right? And that involves essentially ensuring that you're measuring the right things, tracking the right things that you need to track for your business. As you do those things and you strengthen the green light, right, and harness the yellow pivots that need to be made, you will see that exponential growth, right? When you put your attention towards the green, away from the red, right, and towards the yellow as well, right? When that focus and that energy goes towards that, it will just go whoop, right, whoop, exponential, okay? And so the issue here is that you need to ensure that you're not falling victim to, oh, this thing I had this plan, I did it for like 30 days, like not working, I'm just scratch the whole thing. No, right? You just toss that paper in the garbage pan. That's not what you do. What you do is say, all right, it's not that it's not all not working, right? There's some parts of it that are working. There's some parts of it that are not working. And there's some parts of it that they could work better. It's not working, but if you tweaked it a bit, it could work better, right? So ensure that as you go through your plan, you are tracking your success, you are measuring it effectively so that you can then, reset it appropriately using the green, red, and yellow light reset system, right? That I created for my clients, for myself. And then I'm doing that for my clients as well too, as a simple, efficient, effective way for you to quarterly plan as a solopreneur in your business, right? Now I do another thing, now I have a team of people, but essentially it is still a very impactful tool sometimes that I'll use depending on where we are in the quarter, so to speak. And so stick to your plan, right? Key highlights here. When you have a plan, stick to the plan. And ensure that if you are going to make a pivot, it is strategic, it is intentional. And it's not an emotional like, oh, it's not working. Oh, right? No. And because at the end of the day, generational wealth and financial freedom takes focus and discipline. It is a long-term race, right? It's not a quick done in a month race, right? It's a marathon, not a sprint. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Think of it like a baby. A baby is born. You don't say, oh, the baby's born, the end. No, right? oh, the baby's in preschool, the end, right? No, right? It's the baby made it through adulthood. The baby made it through, all the milestones they lived in life. And then they died at some point in time as an adult, right? And so entrepreneurship is a marathon. You are in this for a lifetime. And so let me know how you feel about this topic, either reacting, sharing. If you're watching this through the profile or the business page, you are able to share this video with your friends and just let us know how you like this topic. And even though we do have, 6 months of content planned, right? Comment below with any ideas of what it is that you're struggling. So I want to ensure that this is as productive as it can be for you in your business so that you can continue growing. Next week, we have a special guest as well. And so more details on that later. And for those, if you would like to dive deep into your business strategy and really unpack what are those areas that you're struggling with? What are those areas that need to pivot and need to change? And you want help resetting your marketing strategy, I offer a variety of services that support that in your business growth. And so first, the best place to start is with a free business session where you and I connect on underwhelming or overwhelm and getting you from busy to productive. And so find time on my calendar for that support. And what I'll do is I'll put it here as well too in the comments here, right? And so find time for that support and getting the support that you need in the areas that you're struggling for your business. If you're watching this, you just tuned in now, rewind to the beginning at the end of the show. I'm wrapping up in a couple of minutes. So rewind to the beginning and rewatch from the beginning so you can get all the content that you needed and information that you need to ensure that you are saying no and sticking to your plan the way that you should, right? And pivoting intentionally and strategically, not just being all over the place, okay? And having that focus and discipline when it comes to being an entrepreneur and a CEO of your business. So if you would like support though, if you already know you want to dive deep into your business strategy and dive deep into resetting your marketing strategy, then let's schedule time to connect. I offer a variety of services. So instead of listing it out here, hop on the phone with me, schedule time using the link on the screen, as well as the link that I'm going to just put in the comments here as well while I speak, and let's get you going. And in this conversation, essentially what we'll get to, you'll just tell me what's happening in your business, right? And so what's happening in your business, and then from there, we'll then identify and uncover the unnecessary business to-dos that have been holding you back from multiplying your business revenue and your income. And then you'll get a path forward on how to grow your business, even with the demanding day job, even with the demanding family, even with all the things that come in between, okay? And so I'm just commenting the link right now in the different videos, right? Because here's the thing, pivoting is only cute, like I said, it's only cute when it is intentional. Otherwise, you are a hot mess. Okay, we don't want to be a hot mess. No. If you want growth, if you want to stop being stuck and stagnant, and you want to move towards free and prosperous in a place where your business is flowing, right? Where staying in your job is a choice rather than a necessity, where you can confidently transition to full-time entrepreneurship, then let's schedule time. Let's connect about the right plan for you to make that transition and let's really unearth what has been keeping you back in your business when it comes to your sales and your marketing and operations. Yeah, I go into all the areas. And then really get you a path forward to keep you moving. So if you'd like to schedule that time, then hop on the link in the comments. And I'm just gonna essentially put it here in all the areas in which the video is being shown. Yes. And cool, awesome, great, wonderful. Okay, great. And so for those who are in the Skyrocket community, you may have noticed that there are some Thursday events happening and popping up as well. And so those Thursday events, kind of think of them as like friends of Vanessa Zammy, who are coming through and essentially just sharing their expertise with you, right? Because I'm not an expert at everything. And though I've touched many different things in different Fortune 100 companies and experiences consulting them, I don't know, I'm not an expert at everything, right? And so I pride myself in being a general management consultant for your business, right? And so I know enough to be dangerous, let me tell you. And making sure that you are making the right progress in your business, connecting with the right resources that you need. And so Friends of Vanessa Zammy are essentially presenting within the Skyrocket group. For those who aren't in the group, if you would like to join, then you're welcome to join in the community, vzamy.com. So it's vzamy.com, V, last name.com. And you'll get access to then the Skyrocket community and where there's tips and tricks and all the things as well too. And so with that being said, have a beautiful evening and chat with you again next week. Remember, every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, set that weekly alarm, react and comment to let me know how you feel about this episode. And with that being said, have a beautiful rest of week. Chat soon.